Hi, I'm Sangwook. This presentation is about adaptive cross-model feature learning. First of all, I'll introduce a few basic concepts briefly. Feature learning can make a classifier with one or more images for each class. For example, the model can identify the lion after only seeing these 6 images. If there are k number of images for n class in training data, we call it n-way k-shot training. Feature learning helps the model learn how to find distinguishable characteristics by generalizing the images. Metric-based feature learning is one of the feature learning methods. It aims to make a good embedding function to map images into embedding space. The user trains a best amount of images to make the embedding function. We call it episodic training. It allows the embedding function to map similar images close to the embedding space. After training, the model learns how to place the images on the embedding space to make the criteria to classify them with a few images. Then the model can distinguish what an image is. Next, let's talk about what cross-model means. Sometimes it is challenging to distinguish images with similar visual features. In this example, the model may be hard to identify what the egg and mob seem like with only these 4 images. But if the model knows some semantic features, it can notice more information from a new image. But in some specific cases, semantic features do not help in knowing what the object seems like. That's why they suggest the adaptive model. They thought that models need to use semantic features adaptively on different objects. They compared their model with modality alignment. It is originally used for zero-shot learning. Zero-shot learning enables the classification of an image with only textual attributes. They used the model for zero-shot learning as a baseline because it handles visual and semantic modalities together. Now let's talk about the model this paper suggested. Their model, Adaptive Modality Mixture Mechanism called AM3, uses a unimodality feature learning model as a backbone. Here, P means the center point of images in each class. Right now, a new image Q is in PJ class. Then the model changes the text description for each class into word embedding and transforms it into the same dimension as image embedding. We call word embedding as W here. Then it combines them with the adaptive mixture coefficient lambda. The lambda is adaptively trained for each class. For example, when the classifier is hard to get information from only images like this, the lambda decreases and a new center point becomes more dependent on semantic information. Finally, a new image Q is now in class PI. That's how the model adaptively uses the semantic feature to make its embedding function. In the experiment, they compared AM3 with their backbone feature learning model, other unimodality feature learning models, and modality alignment models. They found that AM3 outperforms other models such as Leo and Kata VAE, which are the state-of-the-art models at the time. Second, AM3 enormously boosts the performance of backbone models. It means AM3 successfully used semantic features in few-shot learning. Third, the boost is large when the number of shots is small. In this case, the boost in the one-shot case is much more significant than in the 5 and 10-shot cases. It shows that a lack of visuals induces the use of semantics. Then we can ask how the model adaptively uses the semantic features. They answered the question with lambda, the adaptive mixture coefficient. This graph shows that the average of lambda is small and has a high variance when the number of shots is few. The small lambda means that the model actively uses semantic features when it does not have enough visual information. Also, the high variance means that the model uses semantic features a lot or less depending on how much information the image has. This paper introduced the way to leverage cross-model information for feature learning adaptively and effectively.